Welcome to Paraty. Today we're swapping the beach for a jeep and diving into an off-road adventure packed with cachaça, waterfalls, and some questionable life choices. We'll be sipping on Brazil's finest sugarcane magic, chasing waterfalls, and, believe it or not, trying to surf one. Will I make it? Stick around, because this ride is about to get wild. As the first light of dawn begins to caress the horizon, Paraty awakens to the gentle hues of a beautiful sunrise. It's the beginning of my third and last day in this scenic paradise. I'll carry that balcony view with me forever. By the time breakfast arrived, my new monkey friend was already waiting for one last meal before I set off on my jeep tour. Soon after that, the tour guide arrived to pick me up from my hotel.
This is our third day here in Paraty and we're on a jeep tour.
This is our first stop, Alambique Paratiana. This is the biggest Cachaça Distillery around the area and home to the 120,000-liter cachaça barrel I just might drink from later. I got a behind-the-scenes look at the heart of the cachaça making process, where the magic and the sugarcane happens. And if you're into cool and unique spots, there's also a museum you can check out, featuring the massive barrel and a crazy collection of thousands of cachaça bottles from all over Brazil. It's like a little wonderland. After learning all the secrets, it was time for the real test, tasting. Let's just say, quality control is a tough job, but someone's gotta do it. Next, it was time for our second stop. After a short walk through the jungle, we came across what seemed to be an abandoned house next to the first waterfall.
This is our second stop, Cachoeira da Pedra Branca, which means white stone waterfall. In this place, we will swim in the water.
But first, I'll show you what used to be Paraty's first hydroelectric power station. I continued straight along a narrow stone path that led me to the higher waterfalls. The moment I dove in, I was hit by how ridiculously refreshing it was. I stood there for a moment, just soaking it all in. How beautiful this place is. Then out of nowhere, someone took the plunge. Then I made my way down to the first waterfall, and I jumped in. It was very easy to swim around. Soon after, we headed to our third destination, Alambique de Pedra Branca. No tour this time, we headed directly to the tasting.
This one here is cipó and clove. Cipó is this herb here. It actually comes from a tree, and it's a medicinal herb very used here for stomach problems. And they also say it's aphrodisiac.
Just one sip and its bold herbal flavor clung to my tongue. It's possible to buy souvenirs like cachaça, hot sauce, candies, and much more.
I have no idea what this puppet is for, but it's so creepy.
After visiting the second distillery, it was time for lunch and for the most impressive waterfall of them all. As soon as we arrived at Poço do Tarzan, we headed straight to the restaurant because we were starving, and luckily it was an all-you-can-eat buffet. Right after that, we headed down the stairs and arrived to the most legendary waterfall in Paraty, Cachoeira do Tobogã, or slide waterfall. There's a flat, slippery rock that leads into a natural pool, making it possible to slide down. Or even surf on it. These guys were absolute pros and made it seem like it was the easiest thing to do. But the reality is far from that. I eventually chickened out and decided to do something safer and somewhat similar, because it was also possible to slide down this waterfall. And it was super fun. On the way back to the jeep, we could see Poço do Tarzan and some beautiful views.
Now it's time to say goodbye to Poço do Tarzan, which was our last waterfall. I must say I'm really scared of heights, so I wasn't able to slide down. Although it seemed pretty safe, but the fear was like taking over my body and I just couldn't do it. But at least I went underneath a waterfall and I slipped down a little bit. It was fun.
Then we ended our tour in a cheese store before heading back to the hotel.
This one was my favorite, which is meia pura, which means it's kind of old. And it has a strong taste. I love strong cheese, so this is the best for me.
Before my bus back to Rio, I decided to go to this cozy cafe, recommended by the hotel staff.
Manuel Sucos is located out of the historic center.
Besides amazing food, they're also selling cool souvenirs. I had a delicious meat and cheese sandwich and a cupuaçu juice for only 44 reais or $8. Not too far from it, this restaurant caught my eye. It's a Brazilian all-you-can-eat restaurant that's fully decorated with dinosaurs and delivers a Jurassic Park-like vibe. Soon after, I wandered through the pier of Paraty one last time on my way to pick up my luggage. The skies were grey, and it felt as though the town itself was just as sad to see me go. It has undoubtedly carved out a special place in my memory, and I truly hope to return someday. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and give some love to this video. See you next time!